Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to another Guild Wars 2 PvP build guide with gameplay. This is our Shiro Glint Revenant. Our other one was Shiro Dwarf Revenant. It was more focused on team composition, and I really wasn't liking the Dwarf skills compared to the Shiro ones. They're a lot more interesting, and actually a lot more fun as well. So, here's the build. If you just want to quickly check that out at the start of the video, we'll have gameplay at the end of the build, and I'll explain everything, show off some rotations, go through the skills, things like that, and some alternate weapon sets. So we have sword, axe, and hammer. So these things are very interchangeable. The only thing that stays the same is sword. So you can run sword shield, for example. Sorry about that. You can run sword shield for a more defensive weapon set for the healing and blocks and all that, or you can run staff instead of hammer for the more melee focused damage, but I prefer hammer for the ranged burst it gives, and interrupts and projectile reflection wall, but you can not reflection, projectile blocking wall, but you can go staff for the very bursty playstyle. I prefer staff in a 1v1 as well, but yeah, there's that. And the sigils we run are air fire always on sword shield, and on hammer I like to run air intelligence, but if you run staff you can run air fire as well, or air energy. And we run strength rune. That's very important with the build because there's a lot of might uptime, and Marauder amulet as well for the high health pool. So currently we have decent armor, power, crit chance and crit damage, also quite high health. Our boon duration goes up to 100% for might, and our power goes up to about 2500 as well. I'll explain that in a minute. So in regards to stances, we run Glint and Shiro. So we're going to run the two trait lines. Glint is Herald. You only get Glint if you're using the Herald trait line. So if you don't see this legendary dragon stance, you're not running the Herald trait line. So this is a Heart of Thorns build pretty much. And Devastation is the Shiro trait line, and this is our Fury and Damage trait line. So in Devastation we have Gain Frosty while dual wielding weapons. This counts for sword, axe, and sword shield as well. And it also you can also run a malicious reprisal. So your attacks can't be blocked when they are blocked. So let's say a Revenant or an NG is blocking your attacks, something like that, then your next two attacks will be unblockable. You also have easy access to unblockable from your phase traversal. And then we have again an extra 150 ferocity, so that puts up our crit chance, our crit damage quite a lot, especially making our sword 3 hit harder and our axe 4 hit harder. And then we have Siphon Life from foes with vulnerability. You apply vulnerability on crits, and you deal increased damage to targets with vulnerability, so that's more damage modifiers in this trait line, and a bit of life siphoning. Then increased damage to targets below the health threshold, more burst, more damage. So try and focus the low targets. If you can get a big crit off with Hammer 2 against a target below 50% health at max range, that'll be a lot of damage. Then heal skills grant Fury and gain Fury when you break out of a stun. And you can also run Equilibrium, so whenever you trigger a legend above the energy threshold, so you deal damage, but if you trigger it below you heal up a bit. So this can crit pretty high, it has a pretty big coefficient. And we have quite a bit of Fury from Glint stance, I'll get into that soon, all the boon stacking. And then crit chance is doubled while in Fury, so instead of Fury giving 20%, it gives, what does it give? It gives 40%, sorry. And then we have Glint, which gives us access to the facets. The facets are a bit like signets, they have a passive and an active. And then we have gain toughness for each point of upkeep you're spending. So currently we're spending 5 points of upkeep, and that gives us 2,300 armor, so that helps quite a bit. Got some big hammer crits there. And let's get a stun on him, and he's dead. Sweet, so we don't have access to much stability with this build, unlike the last Revenant build, but it still has a lot of damage. And team support. So gain increased endurance regen, so when you have an active upkeep skill, so you have kind of permanent half vigor, so you can dodge a bit more often than other classes. and then when you apply a boon to an ally, plus also apply might. So this has a 1 second internal cooldown, and it also works if you apply a boon to yourself. That's why we're getting 5 might here just from only applying Fury to ourselves. And we're not even using the might facet. Then increased boon duration passively, 15%. Combined with our F2, that puts us up to 65%. Combined with our strength rune, that puts us at 100% might duration. Then you automatically activate your shield 5 skill whenever you go below 25% health. Similar to Elixir S or something like that, it just heals you up, gives you a free few seconds to react. You can also run Elder's Force to increase your burst, because you'll always have quite a lot of boons on you. If you run this trait, I recommend running Pack Rune as well. So that's that, and let's get into the facets and the skills, which are pretty complicated to explain. So each facet has a passive skill which uses a point of upkeep. You have 5 points of upkeep. You can use 5 at a time, that means, without draining your energy. So your F2 skill uses 2, your Swiftness facet uses 1 point, your Might facet uses 2, and your Fury facet uses 2. They also all have active skills. Your Elite facet uses 5 as well. It pulses permanent protection to you and all your allies. And your heal skill pulses regen. So the number 2 facet pulses, where is it called? It pulses Naturalistic Resonance, which increases boon duration by 50%. This also works on your allies, so if you give your allies 50% boon duration, any boon they apply to you, for example, would be increased by 50%. So that's what keeps all these buffs up on us. Then we have this one that pulses Swiftness, and the active puts this thing above someone's head, which is a decent range, 360 radius, 600 range, and it pulses 3 conditions onto them. On the final pulse, it pulses Burning. It also deals quite a bit of damage, so you can use it to pressure down targets or pressure immobilize targets. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, phone. So yeah, as I was saying, this one pulses 3 times on a target, and it deals damage each time with some condi pressure. So if there's an immobilized target or a downed target, it's great to drop it on them. So let's just show that off here, and quickly get this guy down. Here, if we can, actually. Okay, cool. So yeah, if we're to go back into our Glint stance now, and we didn't even drop it on him, but yeah, so you can drop that on a target. I'll show it off here against the ranger. So it pulses Weakness, Chill, and then Burning at the end. Burning ticks for quite a bit, a nice bit of pressure. And this Might facet pulses Might every time. You should always try and keep that up during combat. And the number 2 skill applies 20 stacks of vulnerability and does quite a bit of damage as well. So if you want to get this off, always before you Sword 3 and Burst, because it increases your damage by 20%. And then the Fury one is a Blind and a Reveal, also a Stun Break. So remember that this is a Stun Break, it also reveals, so you can run into a Thief Shadow Refuge and pop it. Or you can run to where a Mesmer is about to Mass Invis and pop it so they can't. Or remember, if you can reveal someone before they enter stealth as well, which stops them going into stealth. And it's a blind as well, so if you time it correctly, you can stop someone from CCing you when you stomp them. Let's try it on the NG. He's already dead. Try it on the Guardian. And remember that this skill knocks you past your opponent. Let's CC him a bit, then Sword 3. And, oh, he did it instantly, but you usually want to start stomping, and then pop that. Then your Elite skill, there's a really cool thing you can do with it. Let's activate this first so we're not using our upkeep. But yeah, so it pulses permanent protection, first of all. Second of all, it pops a big damage which knocks people back and deals a lot of damage. But there's a cool thing you can do with it where you cast the animation dodge halfway through to make your opponent beta dodge, or cast the animation halfway through and switch weapons to make your opponent waste a dodge, because they'll see a big scary dragon in the air and they'll be like, oh no. And it launches as well, so you can use it on downed targets. So you can try and stop people from stomping or rezzing, for example. But mostly on downed I use the number 7 skill, or the facet of elements, to apply some condi pressure and damage. So with hammer, you want to spam hammer auto attacks and try and keep up your number 4 whenever you can. Use number 5 to interrupt. Use number 3 to chill and blast, also deal a bit of range pressure. but the number 2 is where your main damage comes from. So it triggers 3 times, the closer they are the less damage you do, but if you're within the right range you can do quite a bit of damage. So that's about how far away it is. And there's a cool thing you can do where you, this actually travels your character to a location, so you can hammer 3 towards someone, and then use your number 9 skill to reveal them in that location, if you time it correctly. I mistimed it there, but I'll try it here. You'll see the blind go off on him if I do it correctly. Let's heal up a bit here. I'll try it on the Mesmer. And boom. Yeah, so we timed it correctly. We blinded and revealed him from this far away, even though it has a smaller radius. So that's a really cool trick you should try and learn if you're playing Revenant. Apart from that, your F2 gives you 5 boons, which increases your damage, gives you protection, and helps with your initial burst. You also want to get off your might facet active whenever you're about to burst someone, just for the extra, and then you usually pop sword 3 or hammer 2 or something of the sort. And you can remember your auto attack is one of your most powerful things, so you really don't want to forget those if you don't get blinded. And what, something's attacking us, a Mesmer, and we'll evade here. Apply some vulnerability. CC him. If you get interrupted during that, it doesn't cast. Also, you lifesteal when you auto attack 3 or blind field, which does about 200 damage, but it steals. It's like a siphon, so you get extra health. So those are those skills. Let's switch over to our other ones. So your Shiro heal applies these daggers to you, which all siphon 1000 health each, or 800 health each, sorry. And the initial heal is 1.6k, so it heals 800 times 6, plus 1.6k, which would be 48, and heal about 6,200-ish, 6,400, kind of around that area. And it's over time healing, so you want to pop it before you go very low, otherwise you'll just die, it will be wasted. And then we have phase traversal, one of your main gap closers. So you just click it on the target, don't have to be in range, you just press your phase traversal and you blink towards them. You also get the unblockable thing, so your attacks can't be blocked. Then quickness really helps with your auto attacks, to spam some auto attacks off. Uses all 5 of your upkeep, so you can't permanently have it up, of course, because that would be too OP. But Revenant's OP enough as it is. Use gap closer here, and I'll see our passive shield trait procced. Let's kill the ranger here. Heal up a bit. And we can get the ranger dead. So, yeah, apart from that, when you're out of combat, usually you want to always leave the swiftness one up and the F2 one up, and I like to leave the might up as well, so you have a lot more power when you go into the fight. Then before you engage, you pop this for the Fury. Then we have Riposting Shadows, so 1 second. So this trait's a stun break again, and it removes all the movement impending conditions, so it's a great disengage. Then you can kind of dodge around off point, then re-engage with your Axe 4. Then maybe pull in some people with your Axe 5, and follow up a burst. And we can maybe blind him, and drop our Condi pressure on him, and dodge the knockback. Huh, sweet, that was pretty well executed. So those are all the skills, builds, weapons, traits, everything. I'll tell you, if you're running against a thief, you usually want to run shield, things with high burst like that. But if you're going to run offensive, run axe and staff. Staff is better in 1v1s, hammer's better for uncoordinated team comps because you can generate downs from far away. I also really like hammer for the range pressure as well. But that was that. I'll head into a match here and see you guys in a minute. Q popped here. Another cool thing you can do is use your roll backwards and your engage from Axe 4 to evade an AoE. So let's say the Necro drops a well on the ground, you can, after our shield thing pops off, we can use this to roll back and use our phase traversal to get back in, or your Axe 4 to get back in. But you can do some pretty cool things like that. Also, if you need a break off point, you can do that for a bit and then engage afterwards. So it has pretty similar engages to Thief. Oh, great temple. I've been playing a lot of 5-man pre-mage as well with the guild, preparing for the leagues and stuff. Also been doing a few of the raids. So we haven't defeated Veil Guardian yet, but we got really close. We got him to below 10% multiple times. It was actually really difficult. The raid was a lot harder than I expected. I was playing Phalanx Strength Warrior, so a lot of group damage, and a lot of personal DPS as well. Let's just check what we're versing here. 5 pugs versus 5 pugs. Necro. Mirror team comp. Exactly the same team comp, except we have a warrior, they have a Mesmer. Oh no. Ellie for Angie as well, so a bit different. Looks like an Interrupt Ranger, an Interrupt Mesmer. I used to be in this guild, the Forges of War. He's running the slow Interrupt Mesmer build. That should be fine. He's running shield on it as well. Okay, we got him pretty well here. And let's get our heal up for the burst. He actually runs a lot of condi pressure. Oh, that's a Necro. And let's knock him back. Okay, shit. I'm going to want to run shield on this one. Oh, we're in combat though, so I don't think we can. Maybe we can run shield. We don't have much condi cleanse. Staff is our only access to condi cleanse on Revenant, and we're not running that right now. So that'll be a bit of a problem. Maybe we can run shield here. Jesus, am I going to die? Okay, that was close. But yeah, I think we won't do too well in this match. If the Necro manages to pressure us, we'll have to stay off point quite a bit. But yeah, that was all pretty much condi damage. Bleeding, poison, chill, burning. I think that's a Doomfire Necro. We might want to... that's similar to our condi Necro as well. I think we have that build on our channel. Yeah, we do actually. But yeah, I think Necro is one of the strongest classes right now, but also remember on Revenant to keep your buffs up. I'm going to sit back in range pressure. Looks like that Revenant's doing something similar to me. Let's drop a stun on point. And he's running a mirror CC trait. And let's apply some condi pressure to him and apply some vulnerability. He has 25 vul on him. That ain't good. And there's a Necro on us. Oh, we actually made a bit of a misplay there. We healed him up. Let's stun whoever's on point there. Oh, that was a pretty good interrupt. Let's drop some condi pressure down on point. Hopefully the Revenant runs into it. Our whole team is down on mid, it looks like. And, yep, he's going to go down here as well. Let's roll back. Apply a bit of range pressure. Also, that's similar to a skill similar to Hammer Stun, so it doesn't exactly work too well if you're at a different altitude than your opponent. We got a bit of good range pressure off there, and we got 2 down, I think. Hitting some 8Ks. We got 3 down, I think. Ooh, that's nice. We got quite a good bit of range pressure off there. Whoa, look at that damage. 7K, 5K, 4K, 5K. 2K auto, 5K, 3K. Damn, 8K, 8K, 5K. Damn. That was pretty good. Looks like we haven't capped anything, actually. Our minimap's stuffed up. Let's make that a bit bigger here. Looks like home seems to be pretty fine. I'm going to head back mid, actually, because that's the proper rotation. I've been focusing a lot on rotations and stuff like that now, because in the upcoming leagues, that's pretty much you do what you got to do. You shouldn't be able to cap while in that shield form. It's a bit stupid. Let's try and interrupt the Revenant here and evade a bit. Get a blind off if we can. Oh, we messed up. We messed up there a bit. And let's launch them. Pretty good launch, I won't lie there. And let's activate our... Okay, let's roll back a bit here and apply some evades. Oh shit. Luckily we evaded that Necro skill because that would have stunned us. And let's apply some condi pressure up here so the Necro can't chase. How's home doing? We've capped home but we lost mid. Necro and I had to disengage. Also remember on this map the buffs are at 11:30 and 8:30 and 12 and 5:30 as well. Let's just clean up home a bit here. I can't believe I couldn't kill a Ranger. Ranger's really not in a good state at the moment if you're not playing a Druid. And let's stun them all. That was a good interrupt. Switch to Revenant. Switch to Glint. I keep calling Glint or Herald Revenant now because like every Revenant runs that. Let's get some pressure off here. Maybe launch them all. Oh, that's a big launch. Knock them all away there. And let's pressure this guy down. Oh crap, he might actually down there. Okay, sweet. I was a bit worried that our shield trait procced there. Oh god, we're draining all our energy. They actually managed to get one of the guys up. Let's try and slow this Necro, get him down. Sweet. Home looks like we're winning. Let's jump on the Ranger. Revenant, sorry. Drop a stun field, Revenant's down. Next target, Ranger. Ranger down. Sweet. Drop some down pressure on them with our number 7 skill. Let's go in and heal up. And we have all 3 down, but we're not capping. That's just unfortunate. Top buff appeared, hopefully no one goes there. I'm going to try and go there really quick. Okay, we can use our number 7 to catch up. We're not using axe, so we don't have gap closer here. And he ran away. I'll get the... Thief will get the cap, I guess. How's home going? Home's good. And we capped top buff. We're actually doing pretty well this match. Let's see. This guy looks like an easy target. I tried to try and snipe him with the number 3 there, so always put your number 3 ahead, because it's not an instant cast. I will time this very well. Look, 1, 2, 1, and he's dead. We didn't hit him there, but he's dead. I'm going to head over far with our number 7 skill. So also ask your team for a target as well, so you can say like give me target at mid so you can use your number 7 skill to catch up. And we'll finish him off with our number 7, and he's down. Let's go for a launch here, launch him off point. Or not, we'll just drop some condi pressure off. Let's pressure him here and head back mid, that's the proper rotation. This guy didn't even tag the downed, oh well. Engie coming in, maybe, I think we hit him there. Let's go for a glint knockback. We messed it up a bit. Let's go for a knockback on the point. We didn't even get that. Jesus, we're not doing too well here. Let's build up some might stacks at least, and then head back mid. We've got to head back quickly though. We'll do that same hammer 2 thing we were doing before. Oh, I thought there was more than one person here. Shit. They're all off point. Let's get our hammer 4 up to be immune from range pressure. The pet's still raping us right now. And we need to get this heal up. Maybe we can get a target. Let's get some heals off with our shield. And blink to the necro. Oh wow, he feared us a lot. Luckily we got an evade there. We're going to have to double dodge, triple dodge, quadra dodge. And we're going to have to heal up a lot here. I was going to use the shield 5 there to heal up, but no, I decided not to. It would waste too much time. We actually have the buffs in a few seconds. Drop the stun on his pet. Hammer 2. So how much do we hit there? 8k, nice. So yeah, big numbers. Let's drop our condi pressure on this Mez. Go for an evade similar to him. He can't stealth now. And have him heal us up. Thanks for the heals. Oh wow, we were slowed a lot there. Jesus. Now the Mez is up top here. Okay, he's continuing rifting, so we can pop our hammer 2 there. And he's down. Sweet. Gonna drop some pressure up here. And then cap the point. Mesmer's a bit squishy. The buffs are both up. I didn't really go to them. I'm gonna cap mid. Hopefully they don't cap bottom buff. Looks like the necro's here. Did he interrupt the ranger? Yes, he did. Nice job. Let's build some swiftness while we wait on point, and some might, so we can go into the fight pretty heavy. Looks like we died at far. Excuse my sore throat, guys. I've been a bit sick recently. Oh, we have 2 down here. Luckily we came and saved him. Alright, let's blind the ranger. Good blind. Sweet. I'll cap it. Oh, looks like someone else came. Did they? Oh, got a good 6k hammer 2. Wow, that was quite a bit of damage. We're actually in line of sight of the Revenant, so he can't interrupt us, and we're going to get a triple cap soon. Well, it's only 1 point though, but... Oh, he can hit us. That's interesting. And let's just down him there quickly, just like that. Drop some condi pressure off, get some heals up, and then we go for the Engie. And we're pretty much full health again. We can switch over out to our stances, get some unblockable attacks, and then use our hammer 2 as soon as he's up. Oh, we didn't even cap the thing, I forgot. Shit. Misplay, misplay, misplay. And let's drop that. Oh, this Necro is low. That's good. And let's get some boons off and then quickness so we can quickly pressure him down. Spam our auto attack a bit. Is he going to actually try to kill? What's he doing up there? He's sustaining like a motherfucker. Okay, he's dead. I think we can just let him bleed out there. We have all the points. Build up some swiftness and fury. We need a bit of fury as well. And let's pop our blinding on the ranger, get a bit of pressure off. Hammer 2, hammer 3, he dodged. Hammer 5 right on ourselves, so he can't push to us. And then hammer 2 goes right through the pole, so we can easily get that off. And we crit 4k for switching legends there. So again, remember to use that as a finisher. And he wants to try and stomp us. We can just Jade Winds and finish him off. So what did we get? Top kills, damage dealt, skirmisher, objective assaulter, condition damage received. How did we go here? Top score 235, of course, what do you know? 17 kills, 0 deaths, 789k damage. I actually have 1 million damage on this build that I played the other day, and I can maybe chuck a screenshot up of that right now in the video. But yeah, this build does a heck of a lot of damage. It's really fun to play, great range pressure, great melee pressure, great at focusing down targets, similar to Thief. I've been liking my Thief a lot more recently though, but of course Revenant's still very powerful. Can't wait till all these things like Revenant, Trap Hunter all get a nerf as well. But yeah, that was that. Hope you enjoyed the build, subscribe for more videos, like if you enjoyed it, and have a nice day.